Hello everyone, I got one of these things. It's a VZ58 bayonet. And if you don't know what the VZ58 is, it was the Czech rifle, or Czechoslovakian rifle, during the Cold War. It was basically their version of an AK, but it's quite an interesting rifle because it's not really an AK-47 or AKM. It's sort of where, because they didn't like their Soviet occupiers, they didn't quite comply to the Warsaw Pact standards of building an AK. So it's basically an AK that was made to troll the Russians in a sense. From what I've heard, it's a very good rifle. It's a bit more accurate than an AK, but that comes at the cost of reliability, but it's still a very reliable rifle. Anyway, onto the bayonet. The VZ58 bayonet has that same kind of wood bakelite looking furniture on it that the VZ58 rifle has. You can see the tang goes all the way through the handle there. And there's your mounting point. If I can get it back in frame. There you go, you press that button in and a section goes down on the bayonet there to obviously lock it into the rifle. It's not sharp as of now. I've seen pictures of these where they are sharpened and picture of these where they're not sharpened, so I guess that's personal preference. If you grind it down as a fighting knife with a really sharp end point, or you have it more blunt like this one for going through some of these ribs easier. It's got like a fuller on there for pulling it out of a person's body, so it'll obviously be pretty effective as a knife. Just before I did this video I tried stabbing it into some cardboard and it goes through that really easy, actually a lot easier than a lot of proper knives do, so yeah, it serves its function as a fighting and stabbing knife quite well. And what I have here, just to show you the difference between them, is a standard AK bayonet and that. So if I pull this out, this didn't have the sheath with it because I think it was more expensive to buy it with a scabbard, so I just went for one on its own. So there's the size comparison between it and an AK bayonet. You can see that the VZ58 bayonet is longer but thinner, and the handle's a lot less clunky looking. And the reason for that is this is designed as a more of an actual traditional bayonet, whereas the AK is more of a utility knife. You've kind of got a pseudo sharp edge here which you can sharpen, serrated edge here, and the bit for the wire cutter there. Whereas the VZ58 bayonet is pretty much just a simple knife. I'm just trying to work out if the actual sort of lock it onto the rifle bit is the same, but I think that's a slightly different kind of bayonet catch as well on the two. Out of holding them, the VZ58 bayonet's definitely the nicer one to hold. Yeah, it's quite cool. What I'll try in a moment is see if this will actually go on an AK pattern rifle. I don't know if it will or not, and I have a RPK rather than AK, which does affect how well the bayonets connect, but I wanted to see that out of interest. But I imagine it is a different kind of lug to an AK, because that's what the Czechoslovakians liked doing during the Cold War to annoy the Russians. But yeah, there we go, that's the VZ58 bayonet. I'm just going to have a go and see if it will plug onto an AK or RPK. And the answer is no, it does not attach to an AK. The reason being, this bit is wider on an AK than it is on the VZ58. So it basically means that once you try and attach it to the rifle, this is a bit too thin to go in and clip on, whereas that one's obviously the right size to fit on an AK bayonet sort of lug on a rifle. But there we go, that's the VZ58 bayonet. They've got these in on D&B Military, where I got mine from about £20 plus postage. I was originally going to order a Sturmgewehr bayonet, but it turned out that was out of stock, so I ordered one of these instead. But I think Bud K has these in the States as well. So if you're looking for one, this is either called a VZ58 or VZ57 bayonet, if they've got the name wrong. But yeah, this was the Czechoslovakian sort of fighting knife bayonet for their primary infantry rifle.